3 things to get before SHTF. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. What are 3 things I think might be good to emphasize now in your preps? There's a lot we talk about in the preparedness community. Food, water, medical, gardening, raising your own animals, foraging, hunting, fishing, camping, backpacking, hiking, fitness, health. There's a lot to it. Canning, trapping, all those kind of things. There's a lot to it. So at different times we need to emphasize different areas though. In a proactive, not reactive way. We look ahead. We see, okay, big auto manufacturers and a lot of businesses, semiconductor shortages. Semiconductor shortages affect a lot of areas and a lot of things we use. If companies as big and powerful as auto manufacturers are having a hard time getting semiconductors, think about all the smaller businesses and products that will have a even much harder, much more difficult time getting semiconductors, making their products. So with that said, one of the things that popped in my mind when I was thinking of what is important to prepare now. First one, and these aren't in any order, would be batteries. Batteries don't have semiconductors in them. I get it. But batteries are one of those things that we need to stockpile. We need to have plenty of for the uses we have for them. Whatever batteries you use, you need to have extras. And you do need to rotate. They won't last forever. Good quality batteries, and have plenty stored in cool, dry places, just like food storage. Rotate through them. Make sure they're sealed properly. They're not touching each other, the ends aren't, stuff like that. Don't take them out of the packaging, dump them in a bucket, and then put them in your pantry or food storage or wherever it is. Don't do that. Keep them in the original packaging. That way they last longer. Much less likely to burst, all the other problems you come across with batteries. Batteries are very important. Batteries go dead. You use them up. So we got to be able to replace them. I don't have a battery factory in my backyard, so I don't have the ability to replenish that myself. Understanding that long-term event, we're going to run out of them anyway. Okay, no problem. That's why things like if you're primarily using something with a battery, have backup sights maybe for them, or flashlights. Have other methods to light areas. They make those little hand things where you just go, you crank them and they make light. Are they the best? No, not even close, but they'll work in a pinch. What's another thing that I think is important, and this is a little more along the semiconductor area and stuff like that, and it is one of the best force multipliers that a civilian can purchase and own. It'll give you an edge in a plethora of situations, of different situations. This is night vision and thermal optics. Even if it's not a human threat, maybe it's an animal threat. Maybe you're going out at night into your chicken coop, some animal's raiding your chicken coop. Maybe some animals in your garden. Maybe when you're out hiking or you're bugging out or you're out in the wilderness, maybe there's a bear, a cougar, a panther, whatever it may be. You have a much better ability to see these kind of threats. And it could be a human threat. It could be somebody knocking on your window at 3 o'clock in the morning to test your security. You come out with a white light, look around, you can't see anything because they're hiding in the bushes. You come out with night vision, you may be able to see them. Come out with thermal, much more likely to see them. So think about these kind of options. They are expensive, but also good quality optics. Gen 3 or above. Gen 1 night vision is pretty much a waste of your money. A lot of people get that because it's all they can afford. Night vision is one of those areas where you want to save and you want to buy quality. It's a really good thing. If we ever end up in some kind of chaotic situation, civil war, foreign invasion, total collapse of society, so we're in a warring type high threat environment, night vision and thermal optics will give you the ultimate edge. Are they perfect? No. Can you defeat them? Yes. Do they need batteries? Yes. Or they need charge? Yes. But you can charge them from a car, a vehicle charger. You can charge them from a little solar panel array. There's a lot of different options out there to keep them up and running. Are they the end-all be-all if we're in some situation that lasts 50 years, 100 years? No, of course not. But they can be the ultimate force multiplier. So think about saving up and buying good quality night vision or thermal optics. If you're in an urban environment, this could be very good. If society de-evolves due to whatever causes it, chaos, rioting, looting, stuff like that, bad guys running around doing bad things. When there's bad people running around doing bad things, we need good people there to stand up to them. With this ability, you'll be much more effective at defending yourself and others, protecting, securing, and all that kind of stuff. On that note, we talk mostly about that whole thing, defensive security, all the stuff around this topic on Patreon. Links in the description below. Hundreds of videos, $1 a month. You can pay more. There's exclusive videos for people to pay more, stuff like that. But anyway, what is the third item? The third item is regular optics. Not night vision or thermal. Talking binoculars, spotting scopes, things like that. They can really give you the edge in a lot of different situations. Whether you're out bird watching, if you're out bugging out, you're out in the wilderness and you're surviving bushcraft type stuff, they can allow you to see further and identify wild game, wild edibles, and such. Also, routes of ingress, egress. You can look ahead and see obstacles where you might want to go around. You can identify threats at a greater distance, meaning, oh, there's some people up there, there's a bunch of people over on that ridge with guns, or down in that valley. Okay, well, let's not go down there, because let's go over here to avoid them. It'll help you in avoidance, in detection. If you're sitting out in an LPOP, listening post-observation post, another thing we talk about on Patreon a lot more, rarely ever talk about it here, you will be much more effective as a watch. The observation part, it'll give you a much better heads up, along with the thermal and the night vision optics. Way more effective. So think about those kind of things. You don't have to buy super high-end, fancy, expensive optics, meaning like binoculars and such. Although, it is good to buy quality. And it is good to have, I like those little pairs that fold and they don't take up much space in your gear to carry along. Not as high power as some of the bigger ones, true. Have that option, but also think about having a larger, higher power option. See further, do all those things. It really can help you out in a lot of different situations. It's not just a high threat environment type thing. Like I said, identifying routes of travel. Also identifying friends. If you're out, say, in a hunting party, you can keep track of who's where so you're not shooting in that direction or you don't lose them. It can also help you find people that are lost that you may have gotten separated from. There's a lot of uses for it. Also, you can, if you go up in the mountains, you can, if you come upon a town or something like that, you can glass the town and see what is life like there. Is it burning? Is there rioting, looting all over the place? Are there, bad guys running around taking people, doing bad things? Then avoid it. Or if you're in a situation where you can do something about it, then maybe you're going to go down and do something about it to help those good people and protect them from the bad people. True. But these are some very good things to add to your preps. The optics, non-night vision optics, binoculars and such, spotting scopes, rifle scopes, different things like magnified optics is what I'm talking about. Those kind of things, they can be very expensive. or they don't have to be as expensive, but they're maybe a little more on the expensive side of things versus like batteries. You can buy a lot more batteries for a lot less money than you can buy magnified optics. And you can buy more magnified optics than you can buy night vision or thermal optics. Some of those get very pricey, but I'll tell you what, it's worth saving for, especially the night vision capability and the thermal capability. It is worth saving your money for. It's worth using that as a major purchase. Maybe tax return time, maybe bonus time, whatever, inheritance time, I don't know. Sell something you don't need and buy it. Do you have a spare vehicle you don't use? Sell that and buy a good quality night vision optic. Look around, sell a bunch of things. Have a yard sale. Get rid of junk that you don't need anymore. Save that money, set it aside for something like this. It is the ultimate force multiplier for a civilian. There's other things that go along with it that help you out also, but that's a really good one. So these are just 3 things that I'm thinking about. One of them really is only the one affected by the semiconductor shortage, but the other 2 are also really good to have. Anyway, enough about that. If you guys like the videos, please subscribe, please hit the like button, please comment below, please share the videos, and check out all the links in the description below. There's good links in there. Save 25% off My Patriot Supply through preparewithap.com. Good 25-year shelf-stable buckets of food, one of the parts of your food storage. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I hope that I'm empowering you guys. I hope I'm uplifting you guys and giving you some good ideas, food for thought, helping you to think outside the box a little bit, and preparing you for potential bad times. Have a wonderful day. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.